Well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to round number 3 for the American Sim Racing Club's Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series playoff race. And Zach Nichols went back-to-back 1 week ago, picking up the win at the Concord Motor Speedway. Tonight, we're headed to, well, another track that will just become a figment of our imagination at the Irwindale Speedway. Recently released that this will be its last year in operation as a racetrack. It'll live on in the sim here, and we are proud to bring you tonight's racing action from Irwindale. Also would like to welcome Talarico's Boardwalk Subs, Jersey style soup, subs, and salads serving West Michigan, and the Irwindale Speedway Press Box, along with Bubba's Bout Broke podcast. Listen each and every Monday night to a new episode of the Bubba's Bout Broke podcast featuring your favorite local short track hero. Tune on your favorite places where you hear your podcast. It's the Bubba's Bout Broke podcast. And LaPlante Racing Products, the proud sponsor of the Triple Crown Series. LaPlante Racing Products, the proud product supplier of the Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series. We also like to thank Postma Flooring. We would also like to thank Kane Family Farmstead. And It Takes Balls, a testicular cancer awareness initiative. And with that being said, we roll in, well, the right ball of this program, the goofball of himself, Racing Jason from Tennessee. Jason, welcome to Irwindale Speedway.
Oh, man, Al, thanks for the introduction like that, buddy. That was pretty impressive. But it's glad to be back. You know, we had the off week last week. Some of us, went places, others stayed at home. But Al, we're back in the booth. Ready to watch these race cars. Dude, I'm fired up. Let's roll.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. 21 cars signing in here tonight to the Irwindale Speedway, which will be a pretty spectacular night for racing. We want to thank you all for being out here in the chat. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Let these drivers know you appreciate their efforts here this evening. And also, happy pre-Turkey Day. I hope you all have your turkey pants out there for tomorrow to give yourself a little extra room. And, well, I'm after those desserts tonight. We'll find out who is going to be searching for the pie in Victory Lane here this evening. And just like that, Zach Nichols is going to go atop of the scoring pylon here in Race1Wraps.com qualifying in a, well, 2/10 on the field over Jaden Kratacci. Nichols running a 19.17. Kratacci 19.32. Braxton DeWeese a 19.34. And coming into tonight's racing action after 2 events here in the championship standing, Zach Nichols holds a 48-point lead over Braxton DeWeese, but after the battle from second on back is a tight one. DeWeese with 1,055 points has a 1-point lead over Stephen Roach for Zach Coyer. Right there knocking on the back door as well. Only 9 points out of second place. Brett Hahn is in 5th place with 1,043. Him and Jeff Dillon are tied. So Zach Nichols' 48-point lead could potentially lock up the championship here this evening, as just a few races left to go on the 2024 schedule. And, well, we're going to be headed up to our neck of the woods, a little bit west of where I live right now. But we're next week, December 4th, we'll be at the Oswego Speedway. It'll be my first time seeing that track here in SimSide. Been there multiple times in the real world, and I'll be really interested to see what kind of racing we will get. But tonight, we're at Irwindale. 3, 4, maybe even 5 lanes of racing. Jason, I think it's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah, Irwindale always puts on a good show out. These old street stocks, though, they're going to be wore out. Tires are going to be slick. It's going to be interesting to see. But, I don't know, that top's pretty dominant before. We'll see if somebody wants to do a little sky bombing down there at the bottom.
Yeah, I think and that's kind of where we saw that fast time come in for Zach Nichols, as everybody has made a qualifying effort. We have 21 cars signed in. Tanner Talarico did bring his street stock here, the Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series. He has it here, but I believe he'll be up in the control tower as we get ready to go with tonight's racing action. Taking a look at your starting grid, and it looks like this. With a time of 19.171, Zach Nichols will stand on the pole here this afternoon. Outside of him, his teammate, the number 11 of Jaden Kretacci. Braxton DeWeese in car number 8 will roll off third, and outside of him in row number 2, the 00 of Stephen Rochefort. Devin McDonald and Matt Kemp will make up row number 3. Row number 4 will be Ty Delphia, and Brett Hahn making up the 8th starting spot. Jeff Dillon will roll off 9th, and outside of him, the BNC Racing car number 88, this is Chuck Darling. Chuck Darling will roll off 10th.
Oh boy, starting P11 in the 130 car will be Luke Shannon. On the outside of him will be the 13 of Cole Beer, Zach Coyer. Starting P13 will be the 17 of Jarvis. Oh boy. Totally. I don't know. I boxed that one out. My bad. And starting on the outside of him will be the 29 of John Hornbows. Starting P15 will be the 013 of Caleb Ramsey. And then starting P16 will be the 038 of Braden Cook. Starting in that 17th spot will be the 45 of Andrew Hardings. And starting P18 will be the number 22 of Zach Ford. And also starting P19 will be the 17 of Tyler Watts. And then starting P20 will be the 74 of Mark Welch. And of course, our man Tanner Talarico is the guy that runs the show.
He does run the show, just like you run the show here.
Yeah, well, I botched some of those guys' names, so my apologies. Tennessee people can't read well.
I don't think you did, but Zach Nichols is going to lead the field to the green flag here this afternoon as soon as the field rolls off here. And what is an overcast day here at the Irwindale Speedway. Going to provide a lot of great racing here. There's the field rolling on off.
But Al, it's good to hear those motors fire back up, buddy. Gives me chills down my neck, son.
That it does. It's going to be a nice one here this afternoon. 100 laps is the distance. No extra tires in there. You got to take care of those Mr. Hoosiers, those Mr. Feelgoods as the field rolls behind the pace truck right now. 100 laps in distance. 50 miles.
Nothing like some short track racing out on Thanksgiving Eve right here.
Oh, yeah. They should call this the Turkey Bowl.
Absolutely, boy. I don't eat turkey, though. I mean, kind of weird, huh?
You never... yes, you are weird. All right.
Well, I like that 130 car, boy. We're ready to go. I'm looking at the 130 car. My apologies. I'm fired up.
Hey, you're sitting there with drooling coming out of your mouth. Here we go. Up out the corner, Roger Muth tuning on in along with Kevin Sickles. Green flag is up, and we are underway in the Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series. Race number 3 of the playoffs as Zach Nichols jumps out to the early race lead over Kretacci. Side-by-side battle back there for spot number 2 between the number 8 of DeWeese and the 00 of Rochefort. Right now, everybody running that middle to higher lane, trying to get some heat in the car. One car that was a little bit sideways, that was Jarvis Sottily. Sottily in that 17 car. Picked up the win last night in the late model stock division. The Postma Flooring late model stocks that run on Tuesday nights here with the American Sim Racing Club. They were here at Irwindale, so he's got a little extra laps around here, but he finds himself back in the 13th position as Zach Nichols, Jaden Kretacci, Rochefort, DeWeese, and Kemp round out your top 5.
Look at Braxton DeWeese going. Boy, he's way down below that line there. Coming out of turn number 4. What a move right there by Braxton DeWeese. And you don't really see that dive bomb, but he's sure enough pulled that off.
Trying to make the shorter way around the racetrack. Right now, the momentum up on the outside is the place to be. And the one car behind him that's usually driven by Talarico's. We got a bid for your race lead. Jaden Kretacci to the inside of Zach Nichols. He'll take a look to the inside. Can he make it stick? He cannot. As they come off the corner, he's going to get back in line. The driver out of Walkerton, Indiana, trying to make a move on that 44 of Zach Nichols, unable to keep it locked down there.
Yeah, now as the rubber builds up on this racetrack on the top, it's going to be interesting to see if that bottom lane might come in a little bit. We're not really for sure, but so a couple of guys try to pull that move. There's Dylan down there in the 52. He's trying a little lower line than everybody else.
Yeah, and honestly, I think as that outside lane rubbers up, it gets some heat built up in there. It gets a little bit slimy. I think you're going to start seeing those drivers start to move around a little bit deeper in the field. How about Luke Shannon in black and green number 130? He's making the bottom side work as he works around the number 88 of Chuck Darling right now as they roll here. And now he's going to on the attack underneath the 13 VT of Ty Delphia. So Delphia trying to hold on to that spot as he will get past there. Sottily also working there with Jeff Dillon, and they're all chasing the 13 of Cold Beer Coyer. A lot of action around this speedway.
And really the 130 is Shannon. He's the really only one on the bottom. Here comes Darling, the 88 right there on the bottom, trying to middle line groove. Oh, you got Dillon back here in the 52 on the bottom.
I like the mentality though. Yeah, early on in this race, you want to ride around maybe a little bit, but now he's going after a multi-champion here in the American Sim Racing Club, and that is the number 71 of Brett the Jet Hahn, and the 130 of Shannon making it through there, though having a little bit of electrical issues on that 130. Is he a little confused there, Dobbs? He's running a Monte Carlo with Ford all over it. Is it a Ford delay? I think that's what it is. It's a Ford delay.
Well, in my opinion, I like to give opinions. I was thinking the same thing a minute ago when I thought, what is this guy doing? But, hey, if it works, it works. You know, sponsors is sponsors. And we got a car in the wall. They come out of it. I'm not really for sure who it was, but it was a car in the fence back there. Come out of it. My apologies. Couldn't keep up with who it was fast enough.
There's still 2x2 up front. It is still Zach Nichols over Katachi as we watch the 88 now working there on the inside of Brett Haas at the inside lane, starting to be able to make some moves as Luke Shannon up to the 6th spot, trying to take the 5th spot away from the 1 car of Matt Kemp. Kemp working the outside of the racetrack in 2 even grooves right now. And the 130 able to make some moves up 6 spots from the drop of the green flag.
You gotta love the aggressiveness of this driver. You know, I don't really know if he's been in the league long, but he's making moves, and I mean, running a good line, good clean line, and he's coming towards the front now.
That he is, and he's brought the 80 of the Chuck Darling with him a little bit deeper in the field. We got Dornbos. He's battling it out with the 52 of Jeff Dillon and the 13 of Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey in that pink and black number 13 rolling around the speedway in spot number 12. Just behind them, the 2 teammates of Braden Cook and the 45 of Andrew Hardings. A little bit deeper there, 1 car that was in trouble. It might have been the one you had talked about racing, Jason. The number 18 of Devin McDonald. He slid all the way back to the 17th position after starting in 5th early on in this one, and now he's on the attack trying to get around the 45 of Hardings.
And you talk about traffic to Dadgum Turkey Day tomorrow. We got traffic right here tonight here at Irwindale Speedway. Yes, guys, I mean, they are bunched up all the way up to about the 8th position. Single file, you got 2 guys at the bottom. Oh, we got a car in the fence back there, Al.
That would have been Zach Coyer and Sottily in there. Sottily still bouncing off the car, off the fence there. Zach Coyer was running inside the top 10 in the Integrity Farms number 13, and he slides back now to spot number 14. Is now Devin
inside out. He's trying to. No, he stuck his nose down there. He's going to try to get by Zach Nichols.
They're going to try to go 3 wide. Kratachi feeling the pressure now from the 00 of Rochefort, along with Shannon, Braxton DeWeese back there as well. They are all jammed up and jelly tight as they work off of turn number 2.
Yeah, good. This is good racing. This is action-packed, baby, what it's all about. We all know if we tune in each and every week, that 44 car is hard to get past. But I believe these guys got something for him tonight, Al.
I believe you are right here in the 130. How about working that middle lane all the way up into the third spot now? The 88 of Chuck Darling is now our first yellow flag as Zach Coyer has gone around here in turns 1 and 2. And our first Rico Boardwalk sub-yellow flag of the evening happens here on lap number 21.
A break for Zach Coyer. He's been all over the wall, it looks like to me.
He was up behind the 52 as we look here at the replay. Got in the corner and got on the hooks just a little bit too hard. Got sideways. Devin McDonald getting into the left rear as the 13 was sliding down the speedway. And that'll bring out our yellow flag here for the first time this evening. We come back to some live pictures. Field already doubled up. We're going to go back green flag racing, a real short yellow flag.
We're going to go back green flag. Here we go, Al.
They're going to spread them out 2-3 wide down here in the turn number 1. They're still 3 wide back here with Chuck Darlings making it 3 wide off the corner. That's a little tricky. Everybody trying to get position, get those marbles off the racetrack, off their tires. As that is Zach Nichols and Kurtachi running 1 and 2. Now to 00 of Rochefort. He's on the inside lane. We saw Lucas Shannon there, working the bottom side of the speedway all the way up to the third spot. Now he finds himself up on the outside. I like that Ford delay. That thing is rolling. I always said that you put a Ford emblem on a Chevrolet, it just runs better.
Well, I don't know, Al, if that's a concept or not, but that old man, he's got a young kid, whatever, he's got that thing hooked up. Going to stick his nose on. Oh, Rochefort sideways. Oh, hold on to her, boys.
Braxton Luis giving Rochefort a second to catch that car. Cost them both a couple of positions here, but able to keep it moving. The Interstate Ford number 8 rolling back there in spot number 7 now, as he's got Delphio working to his outside. Up front, a little bit of bumper tag. Jaden Kurtachi all over the backside of Zach Nichols. Nichols trying to open up this playoff run with a 3-win swing. I see you brought some extra hats. You plan on throwing them out there if he wins tonight?
I might, but you talked about swing, Al. I'm thinking about golf game. You know what I mean? I mean, we're watching races, and you say swing. I'm thinking about going golfing.
Well, you know, you just got to be careful. So one of these drivers might take a 4.
Unbelievable.
I hear you.
Oh, Brett the Jet's a little sideways right there coming in the middle of 3, 4.
Didn't notice that. Now we're looking at Lucas Shannon now. He gets in the left rear quarter panel of the 11 of Kurtachi. Kurtachi up the racetrack. He pedals back as fast as he can in that little ped-up car. Down in the corner. More contact in the turns 3 and 4. Kurtachi and Shannon leaning on each other for spot number 2. That allows the 44 of Nichols to open up some ground. And here comes the 00 Rochefort. He'll work underneath the number 5 of Kemp as they work up off a turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Now Shannon will get back up in line. That leaves the inside open for the 00 of Rochefort. Rochefort trying to roll that bottom of the speedway here. He holds on to that 4th position. Chris Deweese, welcome out here to Irwindale. Thank you, sir. Same to you and your family. Hope you have some good quality time with your family tomorrow for Turkey Day.
Turkey Day 2024, baby, and we got some iRacing right here. Rochefort on the inside, make a little contact.
Rochefort working down the back stretch there between Kemp, a little bit deeper in the field. We're going to take a look back here with the 38 of Braden Cook. Cook working the outside of Dornbos, and they are following the 17 of Sodeley in that number 17 car. Remember, he picked up the win last night in the Postma Flooring Late Model Stock Division.
Have you been running those, Al, or what? Did you take a break, or what's the deal there?
I was supposed to run last night, but I got a phone call, and I headed to Lernerville to call a race with our good friend Roger last night. So the car was saved some money. It didn't get wadded up last night, which it would have happened. So maybe next week.
Yeah, we were on our way, and the trailer had a flat tire, so we didn't make the show. But hopefully next week we'll be right back in the saddle and sling some dirt there.
As we're on board with the 11 of Crotacci as he follows his teammate, the 44. You see
What I move by Brett the Jet there, son?
Brett the Jet underneath the 13 of Delphia. That moves him into the 6th spot. Kemp a little bit sideways after contact with Shannon. Kemp down to the inside of the racetrack, this time off of turn number 4. Trying to slide up there, going to take some now.
And I don't know if that move right there is working. I would call that the old Carl Edwards move, you know. Shove that thing down in the corner like that. You know it's got to be getting the tires off that thing.
And now Kemp will go right to the back to the left rear quarter panel, trying to work that inside lane of the 00 of Rochefort. Rochefort doing a good job running in the 4th spot, right where he qualified. He was up into that 3rd, vying for 2nd at one point this afternoon. Now finds himself trying to figure out how he's going to get around the 130 car of Shannon. And Shannon all over the back side of the 11 of Crotacci. And Crotacci on the back side of Zach Nichols.
I'll tell you what, it's kind of single filed out. And they get to dive bombing each other. Shannon back on the bottom right here of this 11 of Crotacci. Man, can he just make the move? I mean, no. Once he got up to the 2nd, 3rd position, he couldn't go nowhere. It's kind of like an air pocket. Just sucked the car right up. Probably pushes real bad. Or like those old Hendrick cars. Once they get in there, they're junk.
Well, you said it.
Well, it's true. Because their big hometown hero always complains about it.
Well, right now we got the Ford Olay vying for the 2nd spot of Shannon. Still more contact with Crotacci. This is allowing the 00 Rochefort and the 71 of Brett Hahn to get there. They lean on each other a little bit more off the corner as they work down here in the turns 3 and 4. Just 8 laps shy of the halfway point. Shannon moving the 11 up the racetrack. Here comes Rochefort. He's trying to make something happen.
The laps clicking off, the rubber's building up in these curves, engine's firing up right here. You're just going to have to door slam somebody to pass somebody. I know Tanner don't like that kind of racing, but we're short track Wednesday night. Somebody's going to have to make a move if they want to beat Zach Nichols.
We're on board with Shannon as he works underneath the 11 of Crotacci. You see the 00 of Rochefort. He's trying to come up here as well as the 130. Thought about trying to make it into the hole. Couldn't quite get there. Now pulls along even a little bit more paint swap off the corner. Good thing both cars are black. A good battle for 2nd.
It's a good battle everywhere, Al. It is a good battle. Now they bunched each other up all the way back to about the 8th, 9th position. But if I'm the 130 car and I'm wanting to get by here, if I'm Shannon, I want to get by, I'm going to throw this thing off and do a heck of a slide job going in the corner. That's the only way you're going to get by.
Yeah, I get that good run though. Is right now he tries the diamond off turn number 2. Going to get a little more contact. They lean on each other. Rochefort, Kemp, and Hahn all right there. A little bit of contact there. That might be all that Shannon needs to get by. He will clear Crotacci in the turn number 1. Now Shannon going to have to try to run away and high after that bump and run Crotacci right back to the left rear quarter panel. They were leaning on each other. Still are. Kemp to the inside. Here comes Crotacci, and just like that, the yellow flag is going to fly once again for the Boardwalk, Talarico's Boardwalk Subs yellow flag, and this time, I believe it stems for the 45 of Andrew Hardings. Not 100% sure on that, so don't take it to the bank, but let's take a look back here and see. Yeah, Hardings had a little bit of electrical issues and was parked sideways in the racetrack there, Dobbs. And that brings us out the yellow flag. Eric, I will say yes. We missed seeing you out on the racetrack. Hopefully we'll see you out here soon.
Tell you what, good hard racing for that second position now. I tell you, Katachri, man, I think kind of got him a little upset there a little bit. But Shannon, I don't think did nothing wrong, man. Short track racing, you got to make the move. You got to make the move if you want to win these races.
Yeah, I think there definitely might have been a little bit of contact there that we missed. I did see Kritachi was crossed up a little bit, but here we go. The 44 of Nichols going to choose the outside for this restart. Kritachi will be on the inside of row number 2. Outside of him will be the 5 of Kemp in that one Tallarico backup car.
About that, Al. I didn't mean to go silent on you, but it just started thundering at my house in November. Kind of scared me to death.
Thunder.
Thunder, yes, sir. Thunder, absolutely. Thunder. I don't know what kind of weather.
Please don't break out in song.
Thunder. So, my fault.
I'm sorry, everybody.
No, if I start breaking out, Al, it's going to be green flags about to come out. I was about to start singing Rocky Top, but we'll wait.
All right. Here we go. We're just past the halfway point. Green flag is back up. And we are back underway. And Kemp right to the back bumper. Had a great restart in that number 5 car. Shannon to the inside. Kritachi sliding back here as the 71 of Hahn gets up around him. The 00 of Rochefort working there. The 8 of Braxton Louise. He's got a little bit of front end damage to that Interstate Ford number 8. Oh, Kemp is sideways and, well, keeps it straight, but that allows Brett Hahn into the 3rd spot.
Oh, here comes Brett the Jet. He's going to try to slide job. Oh, it won't stick. It may do it now.
Unable to get that power down, and Shannon, tell you, that was a heck of a line through turns 3 and 4.
Man, that's what I'm telling you. You got to do it. You got to throw the slider. Brett the Jet's listening.
Brett down low to the inside once again. Can he come up across the racetrack? He does not get a little bit loose. Allow Shannon back there. He's got to get back up to right. Currently is a hole right there between himself and the 1 of Kemp, and just like that, he doesn't listen to me once again.
Here he comes back on the bottom for that slide job. Come on, throw it in, Brett. Let's go. Can't make it work.
A little bit deeper back there. Delphia working underneath Braxton Deweese in that 13 automobile. They work down here in the corner. Brett Hahn once again to the extreme inside. Unable to make it. He's making some ground up a little bit.
He is, and he's only doing it in turn 3. Like, he dives that gentleman way off in the corner. It's fired me up, baby. He's got the shark teeth on that thing. Air Force. I told you got to make moves if you want to win this race, Al.
There you do it a little bit deeper. How about the 8 of Braxton Louise running in spot number 8. He's battling with a 13 VT of Delphia. Delphia working it right there. He's got the 13 of Ramsey behind him. And they are leaning on each other.
They are. They're all over each other back here in the back. Woo!
Right there behind them, you got Soderly and the 52 of Dillon battling in. They got the 38 of Cook. So a lot of great battles here. Zach Coyer and Andrew Hardings. Remember, Coyer had trouble early on in this race and finds himself back in the 17th spot. He's behind the number 710 of Tyler Watts.
I'll tell you what, I am impressed with this 71 car. He has ran the last 10 laps on the bottom of 3 and 4. He's about to get second right here. He has worked the will off that thing. That's why he's a multi-champion in this league out.
Yeah, but right now, is he killing the right front on that car? Will he have anything left? But right now, he cuts that race lead just to about even with the 44. This time he's going to clear the 130 car, but does not get up in front of him.
Oh, he should have took a chance right there, but he didn't. But I don't believe that. There's nothing wrong with that car, Al. That car is driving fine, son. He is driving the wheels off.
Down he is 71 now. Back to the inside. This time plenty of space to come up the racetrack, which he will do so. A little bit deeper behind them, Stephen Rochefort, Matt Kemp battling it out. Braxton Louise starting to roll that number 8 car back forward as well. And you got to wonder right now.
Right, the jet's been back there, Al, about 50. Oh, whoa, Kemp sideways. Rochefort, you got a little contact. Oh.
That stacks them all up. Here comes the 8 of Braxton Louise. So he's going to take a look to the inside. He'll dive it right down to the yellow line. A lot of great action at inside lane. He's going to slide job it right up in front. Rochefort with a crossover move off of turn number 4. 36 laps to go. This one is closing in on the end here right now as they work down the backstretch. More contact between Rochefort and Deweese. Deweese going to roll the outside. Rochefort to the inside. Kemp crosses it down to the inside. Oh, baby, how did he slide it through there?
I don't know, but I tell you, the 11 of Katachri, he gave a little shot back to his old buddy there.
Oh, no, the 33 of Delphia. Hard right front damage. And I got to believe that the 13 car comes to a stop, and that's going to bring up the Tallarico Boardwalk sub-yellow flag after getting right rear hooked into the outside wall there as they were hard racing. Delphia, a tough break for that driver who was running inside the top 10. Finds himself there. I don't think that's the kind of stuffing Delphia wanted tonight.
No, he got pretty in the wall pretty hard there.
Take a look back here at Delphia. You see him working there with Ramsey up the racetrack with Kemp. They just made a little bit of contact, got him a little loose, and he went hard into the outside retaining wall on the backstretch, and then just comes to a stop here in turns 1 and 2. I don't think concrete stuffing would be good inside turkey, do you?
No, I disagree with that too. I don't think so.
Have you ever cooked a turkey with the plastic bag still inside of it? I'm
sorry? No, absolutely not, Al. That sounds terrible.
Yeah. There was one Thanksgiving I forgot to take they put all that stuff in there.
Yes.
In the plastic bag when you buy the turkey.
Well, Al, you're supposed to read the directions, son.
Yeah, I didn't really. I can't read. I'm from New York.
Hey, it's well, Al. Hey, you said it. You said it, not me. favorite Thanksgiving dish, Al. The millions want to know.
Oh God, favorite has to be.
Yes, sir.
Has to be the corn casserole.
Corn casserole. Okay.
Yeah. You ever have it?
I've seen it around the table down here in the South.
You gotta have it. It's a heart attack waiting to happen.
Epic.
You got cream corn, regular corn, sour cream, butter, and cornbread mix. You mix it all together and you bake it. Oh, it's so good. I'll be having some of that. All right, green flag back up. If you have your favorite dish, why don't you say so in our chat as the green flag comes back out here. Lap 71 into the books. 3 wide for spot number 2, and immediately the yellow flag coming back out for Jeff Dillon's 52 car. Let's take a look and see. Back here with Dornbos and the 38 car. Oh, might have missed a gear or whatever. Dornbos was ready to go, and Dillon Had the rear tires lifted up, Dobbs, and that's going to bring out the yellow flag. But since you asked me what my favorite dish is, what's yours?
You know what? I'm going to go with another casserole. I'm going to say the green bean casserole.
Oh, my God.
What?
Nothing.
I mean, it's really good.
I know.
He said, oh, my God.
Eric is out there. He says the stuffing is his and a cold beer is another favorite.
Nothing wrong with a good cold beer.
No, there will not be enough cold beer at family dinner tomorrow night.
Well, son, somebody is going to get trashed.
That's not very nice to talk about Jeff Dillon that way. He just got spun out.
My fault. He'll be having some eggs. What is it? Egg salad? That sounds disgusting. What about the deviled eggs, Al? You not a deviled eggs kind of guy?
No. I'm not a big egg guy to begin with.
Really?
No.
How do you like your turkey? Deep fried in the oven? How do you do this thing? Smoked or what?
Oven. I did have smoked turkey once, and that was probably one of the most delicious ways I've ever had turkey.
Have you ever had smoked spam, Al?
Nope.
That is amazing.
Well, I'll take your word for it.
It's amazing, I'm telling you.
You know, right now you got Brett Hahn up to the number 2 spot. He's looking to go to victory lane. Yeah, well, he's tied with it. The biggest mover of the race belongs to this driver, the 13 of Caleb Ramsey. He is up 7 spots. Luke Shannon up 7 as well in spot number, well, he will be, as he's going to refire in spot number 5 behind Braxton DeWeese.
Now we're going to have 20 to go, and who's your one to watch, Al? 20 to go right here.
I think you got to watch Cretaci. He's up on the wheel there. He's a little heated. He's got the driver right behind him that might have made a little contact earlier. The 130 of Shannon behind him. But Zach Nichols ready to go. We're back underway here.
Get interested now.
Brett Hahn getting a good shove from behind from the 8 car of DeWeese. They're going to come off of corner number 2, 2x2, behind the 44 of Nichols, the 130 car. He's going to slide it down low, 3 wide for spot number 2.
Oh, I don't think he got low enough. He didn't go low enough, Al. You got to dive that thing down into the yellow paint.
Now Rochefort going to stick him in the inside. The Ford Delay in the Monte Carlo sandwich up off the corner to 5 of Kemp. Still having a little bit of electrical issues as he holds the outside lane. Here comes Cretaci. He's going to swing it way down low. Hello, Brett Hahn going to have those teeth digging up on the outside. Brett the Jet trying to win here tonight at the Irwindale Speedway. Here in the Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series behind the 44 of Zach Nichols.
Watch Rochefort down there. He's trying that line. It didn't work for him that time.
That's going to allow Caleb Ramsey to get back around the outside of him.
Ramsey's got a fast hot rod climbing to the front.
That he does, and Ramsey trying to get there. Still 2x2 as they work here. 19 more circuits left to go.
Brett the Jet had made some moves up towards Zach Nichols. Oh, Kemp in the wall. Wow, they're beating and banging all over the place back here, Al.
Yeah, that Ford Delay is all over the place right now, trying to make some moves. Brett Hahn now starting to feel the pressure from Braxton DeWeese. Braxton, one of our short track ringers here. He's looking to make something happen. And he was quiet at the beginning of this race, now finds himself way up there. Brett Hahn taking a look to the inside. That opens the inside lane. Here comes DeWeese. DeWeese trying to make the 71 into a 17, but unable to do so as he just draws even to the right rear quarter panel as they work down the Irwindale Speedway backstretch in the turn number 3. Brett Hahn all the way back to the inside. Can he slide up, get enough traction? He's going to hold on to the second place by about a half a car. That time at the line, 16 to go.
Braxton Weiss, where'd he come from? Got the nose been up on that old Ford. He's coming to the front now.
Extra downforce, son.
Coming.
It's extra
Yeah, I
downforce.
guarantee it.
Oh, hang on to her, Brett.
Burn his tires off.
Got that right rear anger. You got to take it easy on it.
Not good.
Down here through the corner, it'll be Braxton Weiss down to the 2 spot, but he's got 3/4 of a second to make up to catch up to this man, the driver of that 4040 HMOutlawChassis.com entry of Zach Nichols, who set fast time here this evening, has won the first 2 races of the championship run, looking to make it a three-peat with 13 laps to go.
Yeah, unless he hit the banana peel, Al. Zach Nichols has pulled away right here. He is checked out.
"12 laps to go for Zach Nichols."
Goes for it down there. Oh, Kemp's going to get spun sideways. They're going to wreck back here in 4.
Kemp with a yellow flag coming out here with 11 laps to go. With 10 laps to go, Zach Nichols is your race leader.
Zach Nichols, he's run away with it. So what about Braxton Weiss up P2, though? He's made his way up through there. The race is not over. Going to be interesting, though.
Nine
Zach
laps
Nichols
to go. Dobbs is going to go get some
What about
notes.
Zach Nichols? At every lap of this race. Tell you what, it's going to be a good race here. Going to be a good race to the finish. I can't wait to watch this. Race fans, who we think going to win this thing? Well, look, Braxton Weiss up P2. A while since we saw him in victory lane. Actually down there cooling them tires on the bottom. Caleb Ramsey, though, at 13 car, he has worked his way up towards the front. Running P7, starting all the way back in 15th. That old car's dialed up. Looks like the lights are off on a pace truck. We're going to get ready to turn them loose here with 7 to go, folks. Who's it going to be? Can Zach Nichols win again? What about old Braxton Weiss pick up a win? Can Thatcher and Jet, they're back there. Kemp, Rochefort, green flag back underway. Thatcher got a heck of a start, though. Bottle them up, 3 wide, back towards the back. Dornborg's back there. Be 5 to go.
Nichols back to the front here with 7 laps to go. 6 laps to go now.
Go for it all sideways. Little contact. Caleb Ramsey, he's looking for that top 5 spot. They're going to wreck back here in the back. They're beating and banging. I don't know how they haven't wrecked. They're 5 wide, Al. Holy cow.
How they held on to that is beyond. They are still 3 wide. As they work down here to the corner. They're still beating and banging. Holy moly.
I don't know how they didn't wreck, but Katachri got a heck of a run on Nichols. I don't know if he missed the corner or what. Little bumper tag right there. Didn't hit him, knock him up loose enough.
Kratachi down to the inside. Trying to make something happen. Did he save enough tires? Did Nichols save enough up front with all the combatants behind him? 3 laps to go at the line.
to go. They single file out now. Who can make a last lap move?
Can they get enough of a momentum to get built up behind the 44? Will he be watching the mirror? 2 laps to go.
We go. Can Brett the Jet make a move and get up top 3, get on the podium and talk to us, Al?
Brett trying to get there. Can he make it happen? He's going to cut it down low underneath the 8 of DeWeese. He gets sideways once again. White flag is up. Final trip around the final half mile. Can Kratachi get there?
Wants to. Can Brett the Jet grab the top 3? Can DeWeese get it? Here comes Ramsey. Look at this move.
Down to the inside, up off the corner. It's going to be Nichols, Kratachi, DeWeese at the line. Over Brett Hahn, Stephen Rochefort, Caleb Ramsey, Chuck Darling. How about the number 38 of Braden Cook, Jarvis Soderly, and Luke Shannon? Rounding out your top 10 is Zach Nichols going to three-peat at the start of this championship run. Here this afternoon, we'll have to look at the official standings before we head into next week's races. Kind of figure it out, but he might lock it up as we head to Oswego next Wednesday night.
Thursday. Get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, I'm getting ahead of there. All right. Well, that will do it for the racing here this afternoon. Jason has stepped down. He's headed down to Victory Lane to talk to the number 44 of Zach Nichols. So he heads down there. I see Jason, I see Braxton is down there. We'll wait and see if we get our race leader or winners in there as well. Well, Jason, you're down there in Victory Lane. I see the helmet coming off the 44 car. Take it away.
The race fans, once again, tonight's featured winner again, Zach Nichols in his 44 car, dominates in fashion. Zach, and tell us all about this dominated race.
There was not much to it. We did really good in qualifying. I was really surprised about how good we did. The track just had like mega grip compared to what it had in practice, so we were able to put on a good lap and start on the pole and never look back.
Never look back is definitely key word there, man. I tell you what, if I was playing a kickball game, I would pick you first every time because that's all you do is win, man. Is there anything you're not good at?
I'm not good at a lot of things, that's for dang sure. But yeah, this race was a ton of fun. I was a little scared there when Luke got up to second. He looked like he was bulldozing his way through the field to get up there. So I was a little scared once he got up there, but luckily he fell off a little bit and we were able to pull it off.
He was coming through the field. Brett the Jet, though, he was coming. He was going to make some moves. Down there in 3 and 4, sky bombing that thing. Was you a little nervous when you saw that 71 car?
Oh, yeah, 100%. It made me think about what line I was choosing to run because he was making that bottom in 3 and 4 work really well. And, yeah, it definitely had me scared there for a moment.
Unbelievable, man. Another big dominated race here. And I like to see you race each and every Wednesday. And I know you got a lot of people think on this old 44 car, so just let it have it.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Carney's Complete Auto Service, Corrigan Oil Company, my dad, my Uncle Kenny, he's watching, I'd like to shout him out. You guys for broadcasting, you guys do a great job. Tanner and all the league admins for putting this whole deal on. It's a ton of fun to come out each week, and yeah.
Dude, well, congratulations on another victory, and go enjoy this one.
Yeah, thank you.
There you have it. That was the number 44 of Zach Nichols picking up his third win of the championship running. Coming home in spot number 2 was this driver of the number 11 of Jaden Kratachi. And Jaden, it's going to show an even on there, but this race was anything but even for you. We saw you in a lot of heated battles here. How'd you get back into the number 2 position?
Honestly, I do not know. We got very lucky a couple times. Matt Kemp helping us out a little bit too, letting us slide up in front of him. Definitely made a big difference. But yeah, the car was fun to drive tonight. Zach obviously just saved a little bit more than me. I couldn't do anything to catch back up to him, especially in 3 and 4. He went to the bottom, I went to the top, and then I just overdrove it into the corner and slid the whole way through. So.
Well, you're going to come home with that number 2 spot there, and a great battle there overall. As we look at next week, we head to Oswego. I have yet to see that in the sim world, but I've been to it multiple times in the real life. What's your outlook as you head to the boilerplate, the Steel Palace here in upstate New York?
I just hope it's going to be racy. That's my only worry with it, because I know it's a heavy bottom feeder on here. But there is a bump over in 3 and 4 you got to watch out for that can really ruin your night. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited for the challenge. I'm sure everybody else is too, but we'll see how it goes when we get there.
It sounds good, my friend. Well, congratulations on a second place run here tonight. Who makes it all possible for you here to be on the podium?
Obviously, you guys and Tanner for putting this whole show on. Obviously, if we didn't have fun, we wouldn't come back every week. So thank you guys for that. My sponsors, R&B Car Company, Preferred Warranties, Community-Wide Federal Credit Union, Hoax Graphics, TechWorks Trailer Sales, and Do All Concrete.
Well, congratulations, Jaden. We hope to see you next week at Oswego. But until then, buddy, have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks. You guys too.
Jaden Kretacci going to come home second place, racing Jason. That leaves you with our third place finisher, the driver of the Interstate Ford number 8.
Absolutely. One of my favorite drivers in this league. This is the number 8 car, Braxton Weiss. Braxton, always good to hear from you, dude. P3 tonight. Car's a little beat up, but hey, podium spot.
Yes, sir. It's always a good day to be able to come up here in the booth and talk to y'all.
Well, the track seemed a little rough tonight, though, man. Could you not throw the slider line in there? But you worked your way up towards the front. Kind of fell back a little bit early in the race, and then you worked your way back towards the front. Later in the race, started third, finished third, man.
Yeah, not too bad of a qualifying effort. Just needed a little bit more to get to Jaden, and then needed a lot more to be able to get to Zach. He ran a pretty good smooth lap, but yeah, we just fell back there. Being on the bottom was not the place to be. You just couldn't get the run, and as you just burnt more of your tires off the lower you went, just because it's the banking and the progressive of it. So sometimes it was a little frustrating not being able to get up there, and you just see the guys going on the outside, and it's just kind of like a hopeless feeling. It's like, damn, well, I can't really do anything. Can't do a slider because where are you going to go with that? And I can't go up because, well, there's cars there. So, it is what it is. We were able to claw back a little bit when we were able to get up on the high side. But I felt like just battling a little too much, burn up the right front. I need to learn how to lean these cars on the right rear a little bit more. I feel like that'll benefit me a little bit better, especially there in the later ends of that race when we got the second. I don't think we could have got to Zach, but we at least could have maintained or something and not lost the time like we were. So we'll try to work on that, and we got to work on our shifting, I guess, as well. I thought I slammed it to the floor, but it didn't engage. So Jaden was able to get up there in second. We were able to just ride in third and come home third. So we'll take it.
Well, hey, man, heck of a job tonight. You kind of remind me of me. You kind of get down on yourself if you don't do, the expectations you want to be. I'm the same way. I get down on myself a lot, and you kind of remind me of myself. But, hey, dude, you're one heck of a driver. Wheel these things off each and every week, and, man, we'll see. I know next week we'll see you back on the podium. Probably pick up the win, actually. I'm going to call it right now.
Yeah, I hope so. Oswego, I think it might be a little hard to pass like tonight just because it's around the wall and it's going to be single file. I'm not too sure. I haven't really ran a race there. I've kind of watched a race there, and you got to make sure you got to time the run exactly perfect. So qualifying is going to be just as important, just as like all the other weeks. But with a track that's single lane on the bottom and it's flat, you want to make sure you start up as close to the front as you can. So you try to save as much as you can, but also be up there and have a shot at it, and have some tire at the end. And that's what we're going to have to figure out. We definitely didn't have enough of like on the right rear. Didn't lean on it enough, but we'll definitely see how we do at Oswego and hopefully come up with a win. Hopefully you didn't jinx me. Hopefully you gave me the hope to or whatever it is to be able to win. So good luck, I should say. So I appreciate that. Hopefully it works out, and yeah, I'd like to get another win before the end of the year.
Well, hey, next week's a new opportunity, new chance. But I know you got a lot of people to thank, man. Each and every week you have millions of people tune in and watch you. So the time's yours for this beautiful 8 car.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. Big shout out to Interstate Ford on the car. As always, shout out to Allen's Arts Images, a new sponsor of Three Dips Ice Cream Shop. It's pretty damn good ice cream in my opinion. I like to get the waffle cone and get the peanut butter chip. I think that's pretty good. They also do like a nacho thing, and they have round waffle cone chips. You can get your ice cream, get whatever toppings you want. It's like nachos, but it's like ice cream, so it's kind of different, pretty cool. So a big shout out to them for coming on board. Looking forward to the future with them, as well as Bennett's Publical, James on Main, Deweese Renovations, Unrivaled Photography, Booth 34 Diecast, Short Track Report, which is also a new one. It's exactly what it says. It's a lot of reporting of short track racing. So big shout out to Joshua Weatherman and his dad over there. I believe they're the co-owners of that. So big shout out to them, as well as Blaze Designs, Evan Pineda Designs, Blue Dog Coffee Company. You can use Brax5 for 10% off over there. And I appreciate everybody that tuned to my live stream as well as y'all's broadcast. I'm looking forward to go back and watching it. Definitely going to be a pretty interesting one to go back and watch. But hopefully everybody has a great, happy Thanksgiving, and see y'all next week.
Have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow, Braxton, and be safe. Al, back up to you, my man.
Thank you, Jason. That was your top 3 here this afternoon from what was a great race here to Irwindale Speedway. Like we said, next week we head to Oswego for what will be another exciting rendition of the Race1Wraps.com Street Stocks. And whether you're in the market for a new wrap for your race car for the 2025 season, you need some decals made up, signage, logos, Race1Wraps.com is the main stop that you have to think about. We thank them for being tonight's title sponsor here for the series. Taking a look at your final results there on your screen, you see we're 4th on back finished. We want to thank you all here for tuning on in. We couldn't do it without all the great sponsors of the Race1Wraps.com Street Stock Series. That includes Talarico's Boardwalk Subs, serving West Michigan. Bubba's About Broke podcast. You listen each and every Monday night to your favorite local short track heroes. They highlight it throughout the country. Find out what makes them tick, how to get through their troubles, and their take on the local racing scene. The Bubba's About Broke podcast each and every Monday. LaPlante Racing Products Triple Crown Series sponsor here. We thank LaPlante Racing Products for keeping our cars on the racetrack each and every week here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Postma Flooring, Kane Family Farmstead, and It Takes Balls, a testicular cancer awareness initiative. And those are our great, proud sponsors of the Race1Wraps.com series. Jason, next week we head up to my home state, the state of New York, for the Oswego Speedway to the Steel Palace. We'll find out what's going to happen up there in 1 week's time, buddy. But until then, enjoy Turkey Day, keep it wheels down, and we'll see you all in Turn 3. Good night, everybody.